on into the room, the coachable, teachable, trainable, plus your city and state where you're catching this information from on today. Today's topic is the power of pain points and how to speak directly to your ideal client's deepest needs. So, guys, I need to know if you are talking at your audience instead of to or with them. Please understand, today is the day for you to get this information, and we're uncovering the secret to truly connecting with your ideal client, speaking directly to their deepest pain point. So, again, I'm your girl, Grandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home based business. So, should you choose to do so, if you are currently transitioning from your W 2 job into entrepreneurial aspirations and things and taking this journey with me, one of the ways that I did this transition was previously bringing my kids into employment with me because at the time, periodically throughout this journey, there was just me. And so, in order for it to be just me and not have my oldest children becoming caretakers, I literally had to take them to events, to different branding events and branding conferences. And to when I was building in the MLM industry, they had to go with me to conferences and not realizing that there was a way to pay them as a tax benefit. And that is what we do inside of the youth lifestyle training, journey, helping people understand that you can transition from the W 2 job into entrepreneurial aspects and you can write off and generate the hack to bring your tax burden down. But that's not the topic for today. Today's topic is actually speaking to the pain point and directly to your ideal client's deepest needs. So we could use that as an example of understanding that, sometimes people have childcare woes and they have a childcare situation, or they might be transitioning from their W 2, and their W 2 could have actually been a daycare worker, a childcare provider, or something like that. And they're trying to figure out how to take the benefits of everything that they acquired inside of that daycare journey, being that caregiver for children, and how do they start their own daycare business, or how do they go from working someone else's job to now owning their own job to eventually hiring people for their own business. That could be a transition. And yes, youth lifestyle training could assist you with that. But speaking directly to your clients or with your clients is the direction that you need to be going in, not talking at your clients. Okay. So, some of the key points that I want to make sure that I uncover today is helping you identify and articulate your ideal client's deepest pain point so that you can craft a message that will resonate with them, okay? So that they can feel like they are seen, they are heard, and that you recognize and that what you're saying is relevant to their current situation. You want to understand why pain points are more effective than just listing some features. Techniques for uncovering the unspoken struggles of your ideal client. We're going to talk about that. Crafting a message that validates their experience and offers a clear solution, as well as maybe an example of a way to tailor to the W 2 to entrepreneurial transition. And I know that was a lot of twos, but hopefully you followed, okay? So welcome on back, brand strategist. Yesterday we optimized your online presence, and today we're hitting at the heart of the client attraction. And that's how to speak directly to your ideal client's deepest pain point. So you can stop talking at them, stop talking at the audience, stop talking at the prospect that needs, and begin to speak with them, all right? Many entrepreneurs, especially those new to this game, focus on what they offer, their services, their features, their impressive W 2 background. But the truth is, clients don't care about the features, they care about their problems. You guys care about what you're struggling with, and you want to be seen, heard, understood. You want to know that I have been through the struggle and that I have the solution, and then I give you the solution that you need. So think about that when you're going for your own journey. For our ideal client, which is happens to be, and this comes from the statistics and from the analytics across multiple platforms, is the professional male age 45 to 65 who is transitioning from a W 2 job. Their pain point might be a bit unique, and it's not just about getting more leads. It's also about their fear of financial instability after a stable career, decades in the game, and even the overwhelm of having to navigate a new digital landscape. It could also be the challenge of translating decades of the corporate leadership into a solo venture, or the frustration of feeling invisible despite your immense expertise in your area. When you get out here and you start in a new lane, you are invisible. Okay. So, some of the fixes that the branding agency has for that is we give you a branding fix-it kit that will guide you to identify who your ideal client potentially will be, right? And a crucial part of that is understanding the pain point. So, I want to get into exactly how you do it and the actual conversation that you have with your ideal audience. And I'm going to use my branding platform as the example. The first thing you want to do is listen more than you talk. You want to pay attention to the questions that are being asked, the complaints that are being voiced, and the struggles that are being shared, especially in online forums and social media groups, and even in casual conversations, because what is being broadcasted in the midnight hours even is exactly some of the pains and the struggles. And if you listen more than you talk, meaning you go ahead and gather and curate and retrieve all of that data, then you will have exactly what you need to be able to respond. And then you can talk. All right. When you do talk, you want to actually use empathetic language, right? When you craft your message, you don't just state the problem, you want to validate their experience. So phrases like, are you feeling overwhelmed by? Do you worry about? That will show the individual that is speaking and voicing their pain points that you understand their emotional state. You don't want to attack them with immediate, yeah, I know. You want to ask questions that pull more information from them, allowing them to, again, validate their experience. And then you can position your solution as the direct antidote to their pain. So here's an example. If their pain is fear of financial instability, you heard me mention that, then your solution isn't just a branding strategy. It's a clear brand blueprint that rapidly attracts paying clients. That will be the best way that you can help them to secure their entrepreneurial income. So, if their pain is feeling invisible, then your solution is strategies to make your expertise visible, right, and highly irresistible to high value clients. So again, this isn't manipulation. This is actually connecting. It's showing them that you've got your assets in order yourself and that you can help them navigate their challenges with clarity and with confidence. When you speak to their pain, you earn their trust. And that's the fastest path to conversion. So I know, and I've heard it before, and I'm sure I'm going to hear it again from the people in the back even louder. I don't want to sound negative by focusing on pain. Then you don't want to be relatable to your audience. That's the first thing I'm going to say, okay? If you don't want to understand their pain and focus on their pain and be empathetic towards that pain, then you don't want to show, that you understand their reality. The negativity comes from not offering a solution. But once you understand their reality and you offer them the solution, this will actually highlight the pain to them in a powerful way that they know that the solution that you have is actually the relief. Okay. You may also think, well, my clients don't explicitly state what their deep pains are. Trust me, they do. Often the deepest pains are unspoken. So now it's your job to infer to them from their surface level complaints that there is something deeper. And if they are willing to share that with you, you can actually do a deep dive to see if you have the solution. For example, they may be saying, I need more leads. but that could also be masking the deeper fear of not being able to provide for their family on this new venture. So, by you saying you have 10 years of expertise in this particular field, which means you have the solution for the person who's just starting out. We just need to package your expertise in a way that the person who needs it sees the value. So they may not know that there's a deeper issue there, but once you resolve for them, they have decades of experience, when packaged right, can provide a rapid relief solution that they can get paid for. That will knock all of that out of the way. Okay. So my hope is that you've been able to hear and learn and understand very briefly and quickly on today how to speak to your ideal client's deepest pain points by first listening and then by responding empathetically. And finally, after you understand and you've gone through the process of ensuring that you hear and know their pain, you can position your solution as the antidote. This particular 3-step sequence is what builds trust and drives conversions. So I always enjoy asking this closing question is what is one unspoken pain point that you believe your ideal client is experiencing? If you don't know, then it's time for you to ask some questions. It's time for you to get in some groups. It's time for you to subscribe to some forums or some platforms and begin actively listening. Okay. So actively listen to hit the like button if you're ready to speak their language so that you can get access to the free emergency branding fix-it kit for the additional tools that you need to identify your client's ideal pain points. I've asked you to previously subscribe to the channel, to select the bell specifically so that you can get notifications each and every time we go live. You don't have to go around looking around trying to figure out when is it going to drop. Your little red bell will show up or your little red dot will show up and it will say, hey, the Brandmaster's live or the video is live or today's content is, available for replay. And that way you can actually get access to the free emergency branding fix-it kit so that you can get the tools to move forward with setting up, structuring, and really triaging your brand and your business to begin this process of identifying your ideal client's pain points. So again, on tomorrow, you don't want to miss out because tomorrow we're actually discussing the VIP framework to unlock your valuable intellectual property. I also like to say your passion and your purpose so you can get to your profits. I hope you found value in today's information. Drop a comment below. Let me know what is one unspoken pain point you believe your ideal client is experiencing. And definitely join us over inside of the branding community because we want to be able to distribute to you these free tools, checklists, tips, tricks, downloadable cheat sheets, and more in community.martina.britt.yelverton.com. I'm excited to work with you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m., to make your message resonate.